Understanding the UK, a Family Forge presentation. This resource can be used to understand UK life and culture, or as a UK citizenship study guide supplement. The countries that make up the UK include England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. The rest of Ireland is an independent country. The official name of the country is the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, and it describes a political union. The phrase Great Britain refers only to the island forming England, Scotland and Wales, not to Northern Ireland, as this country is on a different geographical island. The UK is governed by the Parliament sitting in Westminster, London. The slides show the Houses of Parliament from the outside and from the inside. Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland also have their own parliaments or assemblies. Some powers from Westminster have been handed over to them. These are called devolved powers. For example, devolved powers include some matters relating to education, health, justice and rural affairs, but not all matters, and not matters that affect the Union or underpin it, such as the Crown, that is, matters affecting the King or Queen, or the making of peace or war, defence, or any treaties with foreign states, naturalisation, that is citizenship, migration and asylum, and so on. Several islands off the coast of the UK are closely linked with the UK but are not part of it. The Channel Islands and the Isle of Man. These islands have their own governments and are called Crown dependencies. The Queen plays a role. She is the head of state of each island. But the people themselves decide their own domestic policy, their administrative system, tax and legal systems, for her to grant royal assent. The Isle of Man and the Channel Islands are not represented at all in Parliament at Westminster, as they are not part of the UK. On international matters, usually UK agreements do extend to the Crown dependencies, but they must be consulted and their interests represented. Citizens of Crown dependencies are entitled to British citizenship and can migrate freely around the UK. Britain also has territories in other parts of the world, for example, St Helena and the Falkland Islands. They are also linked to the UK through the Crown and are governed through the Crown's representatives. But they are not part of the UK. Some of these territories have very few people living on them and are used by the Navy. International agreements made by the UK automatically include these territories in negotiations, but only apply when adopted by the local authorities in the islands themselves. Migration is more regulated than for Crown dependencies. The Isle of Man. The Isle of Man has its own coins, banknotes and postage stamps. Notice the Queen's head on the notes and the three-legged symbol. This symbol was adopted by 13th century kings. As head of state, An effigy of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II also appears on all Isle of Man coins. Interesting facts. Income tax. Isle of Man residents enjoy some of the lowest tax rates in Europe, with a simple and efficient calculation system. They say our low tax rate allows you to enjoy more of your hard-earned money, thus improving your quality of life. In the Isle of Man, residents enjoy low taxes, pay no capital gains tax, no inheritance tax, and no stamp duty. Personal income is assessed and taxed on a total worldwide income basis, rather than only on money earned in or brought into the island. This has earned the Isle of Man the accolade of a tax haven. On the Isle of Man, there are 2 tax bands for individual personal income. The standard or lower band is 10%, and the upper rate is 20%. The 10% rate is payable on the first £6,500 above the single-person tax allowance of £14,250. The remaining balance is taxed at the upper rate. For the tax year 2020 to 21, the maximum income the government will tax a person in the Isle of Man is £200,000, or £400,000 for a jointly assessed couple. There is no upper limit in the UK. There is always tax to pay on income. So, if you lived in the Isle of Man and your annual income was £30,000, your total tax contribution for the year would be £2,500. That's only 8.3% of total income. In the UK, the tax-free allowance threshold is £12,500. Below this, you pay no income tax. Above this figure, you pay according to your income. The basic rate of 20% is charged up to an income level of £50,000. Above that level, 40% is the tax rate, and at 45% when your income rises to above £150,000. This slide shows what tax you would pay at different income levels. For example, if your income was £25,000, in the UK you would pay £2,500 in tax. Compare this to the Isle of Man of £1,550 or Jersey £1,820. In the Republic of Ireland, however, you would pay a massive £4,713. If, however, your income was £500,000 in a year, in the UK you would pay £205,000 worth of tax. In the Isle of Man, you would only pay £36,500 worth of tax, or in the Channel Island of Jersey, £96,820. Which tax area would you like to live in? Do you have political views about this?